Hey guys, welcome back. We are in the gun room. We're on the bench with the Savage B22 Precision. This is going to be a video that has been highly requested because I did find a fix for the extraction issue that was shown in the initial review of the B22 Precision using the CCI standard ammunition. And for any of you guys that shoot the B22s or the Mark II series Savage rimfire rifles know that there can be some serious ejection or failure to extract issues with these rifles, and it is ridiculously annoying. I mean, why Savage has not lined that out is beyond me. I love their rifles, but it is really irritating. But I did find a fix, so I wanted to share that with you guys and let you know what I did to correct it. Now, I've got the bolt out of the gun, and if you notice, here on this would be your left side here. That is your extractor. That's what's actually going to grab onto the rim of the 22 case and pull it out of the chamber, and then here is your ejector, and that's what's going to zing it out of the rifle. Supposedly, that's how it's supposed to work. That's what we want it to do. But in the case of this, as you've seen in the initial review video, it did not, and it was rather annoying. So what I found was that if you can remove this extractor and you can file down that point a little bit, it gives it a little more bite onto the rim of that case. So you just take you a little screwdriver, okay, and then there's this spring clip right here. So we're going to undo this spring clip on the body of the bolt, and it doesn't take much. Just slip it over the extractor just like that, okay, and then you can basically pull the extractor out, or kind of slip it out like that. And then this is your extractor. So it's not much, but what it's designed to do is to grab that hook right here. Is supposed to grab onto the rim of this case and pull it out of the chamber. But what's happening is it's slipping off of this. So the fix is to kind of take and sharpen up this point here. And I just took a small little fine file and just ever so lightly just sharpened that up, that point up, just a little. I'm not going to file anymore because it's done enough, but just sharpen it up. And if you notice, doing so, it bites on to the rim of that case. It's pretty significant as compared to the way it was before I did this. And right now I've got about 140 rounds through it, and it's not missed a beat. So to reinstall this, you just reverse your procedure. And sometimes this can get kind of hairy because you got to get that spring clip right back over into that little groove. So I'm going to try and do this looking through the viewfinder, which I don't know if I'll be able to, but we're going to try here. And then just squeeze this back down. And you got to get it into this little groove in here. I don't know if my camera will pick that up. But there's a little groove and then that little nub that has to be positioned in here. So I may need to move that back a little like so. And it's a little too far forward, it looks like. And then that's it. And then you hear that little click, and then this spring clip here clips right directly over that little nub, and then that piece locks it in there. And then you're good to go. Then you can install it back into your rifle and you're ready to shoot. But I've heard a few guys say that this, of course, if you do anything gunsmithing-wise yourself to your rifle, you have voided your factory warranty. I get that. I don't really care. But for those of you that might, keep that in mind, you could send this back to Savage, and I'm sure they would fix it. What their fix would be, I don't know. But like I said, this took me about 15 to 20 minutes to do, and I was back out at the hide shooting. So, take that with a grain of salt. Also, you are removing a little bit of material from the extractor. Over time, will that shorten the life of the extractor? I don't know. I doubt it. These are pretty hard metal compared to, soft brass of a 22 case. maybe after 10,000 rounds, who knows. But I think for my usage, I'm going to be just fine. But we're going to stick this back in the rifle. We'll run back out to the hide, throw 30 or 40 rounds through it, and let you guys see it in action now. Hey guys, all right, we've got the B22 here on the bench. I'm just going to run through about 30 rounds and let you guys kind of see the extraction in action, and then we'll get some final thoughts here. All right, I'm going to shoot kind of quick. Extraction is positive. I think it's it. Nope. All right, so there's 10 there. So let's try 10 more. And like I said, for the amount of time that it took to fix, it wasn't that bad. Granted, is this something that you should have to do with a brand new rifle, especially one that was almost 500 bucks? No, you should not. But it's just kind of one of those things. Nothing's going to be perfect unless you're willing to fork out some serious cash, which I was not. So it really doesn't bug me that I had to do this, especially now knowing that it's 100% reliable. So I can't wait to get it to some matches. Ten more. All right, let's do another 10 just for good measure here, guys. Now, I did forget to mention that initially whenever I put the extractor back together into the bolt body, I did put a light film of powdered graphite on there. Is that something you really need to do? I don't know, but it kind of made me feel better. But I would advise not putting any grease or anything like that in there, since the space is so small. I'd be afraid that you'd get some binding, potentially dirt, crud, grime, carbon over a period of shooting. So powdered graphite seems to work pretty well. This rifle just flat out shoots, guys, and as you can see, extraction is now 100%. So it's an easy fix. I mean, it's kind of one of those things that with a brand new rifle, no, you really shouldn't have to do it, but it is what it is. For whatever the reason, Savage just, I don't know. They either just don't look into it enough, or it's just not an issue to them. Maybe they don't shoot CCI standard, I don't know. But overall, I mean, it's a quick and easy fix, and it doesn't cost any money. So that's even better. And you can do it at your house. So you don't need a bunch of specialized tools or anything like that. So, you know, take a look at yours if it's doing this. I will also mention that with this rifle here, I've heard a lot of guys talking about bullet scraping from the bolt. This rifle of mine has not experienced that. Again, granted, this is a sample size of 1, guys, so I don't know if maybe this is a later production where it's been lined out. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But for those of you guys that have been asking, it does not do that. I forgot to mention that in the initial review. But if you got any questions, feel free to post them up. like, subscribe, and share the video, guys. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel. Hit me up on the Facebook page and over on Patreon. It is definitely greatly appreciated. And as always, shoot straight. Later.